hurt, kind of like I pulled my muscle on somewhere back here. Don't know exactly, but it just hurt. And at my shoulders, and it just hurt a lot. And I felt like, yeah, okay, let's warm up before we're doing any kind of stretches again. And it just reminded me again of this, like warming up is essential, really. It's essential, and we're doing this every time in yoga. And so I also figured, like, a lot of people start like sitting down. You're sitting down always. But what you actually should do is like put a little warm-up in there and then sit down, and then calm yourself, then center yourself. Take time to do a little warm-up, just 2, 3, 7 minutes, whatever, and then sit down and center yourself. And that's what we're doing. We're doing a little centering practice, little breathing practice, and then we're going ahead and joining Tom Merrick's class there. I'm excited to follow along his class. I hope you guys will also join in if you like, maybe if you see some cool stretches you like to do when you're just working or so, you can also do that. And yeah, without further ado, my name is Marcel, G to the R to the O-U-X, and I welcome you. I'm teaching here yoga every day, and we're starting right now. So, hope you have a mat at hand, and just shake out your legs right down, your arms, your wrists. Jump a little and release your body. When you're jumping, you can try to release your shoulders and your neck. Additionally, if this is too hard for you, just jump out of the knees and release your shoulders and your neck. And really feel into your shoulders, how they're jumping, and your neck jumping out of your knees, just the knees. From there, if you like to intensify again, jump out of your heels, releasing your shoulders and your neck, and reconnect with your heels to the floor. Your toes are still connected to the floor, and from there, jump out of the toes and reconnect to the toes and the heels again. So you're really stomping the ground, releasing your shoulders and your neck a lot. Good job. And release completely. Come to the front of the mat. To the front of the mat. Bring your arms up, breathing in deep. Slight back bend, engage your belly. When you're really think about your muscles right now, waking them up. And then breathing out, forward fold, bend your knees a lot. Bring your hands down to the floor, push into the mounts of the fingers, and step back, downward facing dog. And go for a little walk here. Walk your heels up and down. How does that feel? Does it feel good? Push your hips up a lot. Release your head a little. Head is in line with the spine. Good. And from here, slowly lower down your knees. Sit back over your heels. Your arms up, breathing in deep. Belly into your chest. Stretch. Think about the stars above you. Reaching for them. And release. Good. Bring your knees to the sides, big toes together, and release forward. Child's pose. Breathing in deep in any kind of stretch there is. Your shoulders a little bit away from your ears. And then come up again. Bring your hands forward. Push into the mounts of the fingers. Claw your fingers. Tuck your toes under and shift your hips up. Downward facing dog. Breathing in deep. Go for a walk. And from here, come forward into a plank position. You can put your knees down if you wish. Otherwise, come down directly into Chaturanga. And release your hips down. Release your body down. Push the feet into the ground. Untuck your toes. And think forward and up as you're lifting yourself forward and up. Your head is in line with the spine. Your head is an extension of your spine. Good job, everybody. And then shift yourself back over the knees. Tuck your toes under and shift your hips up into the sky. Get long from your fingers to your hips. Walk your heels up and down. How does that feel? Do you feel how your body Slowly gets a little warmer. That's great, because we go for another round. Look between your wrists. Start to walk forward and up. Bend your knees a lot. If you need, bring your hands to your hips. Bend your knees more. Elbows pointing up and stand up with a straight back. Bring your hands up into the sky. Slight back bend, engage your belly. Breathing out, falling forward. Bend your knees a lot. Breathing in, lifting halfway. Breathing out, falling forward. Place your hands down to the floor. Step back, downward facing dog. Come forward and down. Your time as you're breathing out. Release your body down, your hips down. Think forward and up as you're pulling yourself forward and up. Your head is in line with the spine. Your shoulder blades are on the back together. Pushing into the mounts of the fingers. Take a deep inhale. And push yourself to the back. Into downward facing dog. You can go over your knees if you like. Walk here one more time. Look between your wrists and start to walk forward and up. Bend your knees more. Bring your hands to your hips, elbows pointing upward. Stand up with a straight back. Slight back bend, engage your belly. Bring your hands in front of your heart together. See if you're already a little bit warm. And one more time, jump around. Good. Shake your wrists, shake your elbows, shake your shoulders, shake your legs. Good. And from here, come to a wonderful sit together with me. If you have some books to sit on the books. And then we're giving it over to the wonderful Merrick in just about a moment. But come to a wonderful sit right now. Sit up tall, get long from your hips to your head. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Just deep in. Feel how you're engaging your muscles. And as you're exhaling, just release the muscles. Release all the tension in your body. Inhale. Feel how tension is building up. And exhale. Release all the tension in your body. Instantly. One more time. In. And exhale. Good. Before we start, one quick word. When you're breathing, maybe I'm curious about, like, this is a 60-minute yoga lesson, right? And I wonder if he mentions the breath at any point in time. However, before we even start, when we're going to stretches, you can work with your breath, meaning that exactly that what we're doing here right now. Remember again, breathing in deep. We are engaging the muscles. Feel that you're engaging the muscles, right? As you're breathing out, what are you doing? You release the muscles, right? So by actively breathing, you can deepen or change stretches. Stretches that maybe won't even be felt if you breathe in just shallow. And you maybe don't feel the breath at all. But if you just deepen the breath, if you don't feel a stretch in any kind of position, you can start to maybe feel a stretch there. And that's just to keep in mind, you know, for what's about to come here with Merrick, right? Check him out on YouTube. And yeah, let's go, you know. It's more like the breath aspect from yoga again. And let's get into it. Let's see what he has to tell us. Let's start. Enjoy, you guys, enjoy. And I will be also talking to you. If you have any questions, we can also stop the video at any point in time.
We're going to start with the neck. This is just literally just to get things going. We're going to start with some joint rotations. So, thinking that your head is on top, somebody's going to be pulling your head with a piece of string and you're going to be pulling it around in a circle. So we're going to do nice big circles, but as we're doing this, we're going to try and imagine that the top of our head, we're getting pulled in whatever way we are circling. So we're going to do 5 clockwise and then 5 anti-clockwise. So if you can do try to breathe in as you extend and look up, and then try to breathe out as you come back around. So just nice, slow, and
be soft when you're going to the back, right? Be soft when you're going to the back.
Try to, when you're doing this one, think about having good posture. Chest up, shoulder blades down. Try to increase the distance from your head to your neck. So I'm gonna do a couple more here.
So don't go to, wouldn't recommend you to go too far to the
Last
back.
one.
Your head.
And it gets in the middle. I'm just gonna swap round directions.
You know, soft is good too sometimes.
Last one on this side as well. All right, let's bring it to the middle, shake that one off. We're gonna jump into the shoulders. So for this one, we're gonna go, actually I'm gonna bring myself to a seat position. So for this one, we're gonna reach our arms out as wide as we can, directly to the side. We're then gonna bring them forward slightly, so we're about maybe 15 degrees. From here, we're gonna do thumbs up. We're gonna rotate as far as we can into external rotation, and then we're gonna internally rotate as far as we can. But we don't wanna roll the shoulders when we internally rotate. We're gonna keep the shoulders back, down, chest up. So as far as they go without the shoulders rounding. We're gonna do 20 of these, so 10 forward and 10 back, 10 internal, 10 external. As we're rotating, we're gonna try and reach our hands out as far away from us as we can.
That's a good cue, by the way.
It's nice, consistent movement. Thumbs up, thumbs down, reach the hands away. So 10 of each.
It's quite some work here, by the way.
So
You like that?
14 now,
I like it.
16, so just keep going. And the last one for me, I'll give you a little bit of time to catch up if you're there already.
Count, you know.
After you're done with that one, shake up. It's warming up the rotator cuff. Finally, we're gonna move on to the spine, and then we're gonna get into some upper body flexibility stuff. So for this one, we're gonna take a similar concept to our head. We're gonna try and make a circle. To understand that circle, we're gonna lift the chest as far as we can forward. I'm just gonna come to the side. So we're gonna find the 4 points of the circle. We're gonna lift forward. We're gonna find backwards. So backwards is trying to arch as much as you can. You're gonna find sideways, and you're gonna find the other side. And then we're just gonna try and connect those 4 points together. So we'll start with extended, forward as much as possible, pin the shoulder blades back. We're gonna go to the left-hand side, rounded, right-hand side, forward. And I'm just gonna try and connect that point. Imagine you've got something in the sternum, you're gonna try and draw the biggest
I'm going too far.
circle you can. We're just gonna do 5 of these. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. So 5 one way.
Yeah, I like that. It's super cool.
One more.
I wonder, you know, you could even do it shirtless.
And get to the middle.
Maybe it's not allowed.
Same again. So we're going to find the right point,
I don't know.
back point, left point, forward. Just try to connect it. Again, 5 of these.
Or he's sponsored by this armor.
Last one. Okay, so that is the spine warmed up. We're going to move into some upper body stretching. We're just going to move, first of all, into an upward dog position. Going to shuffle from side to side, just move things out, push nice and tall down through the shoulders.
Side.
Just let things move. And then we're going to push up into a downward dog.
Hey,
Downward dog again, we're going to focus on the upper body. So you can bend the knee slightly here.
we're doing yoga.
Shift from side to side. Feel out that overhead position. Try to arch through the back if you can. When you try to open the shoulder blades up.
Hey, wonderful instructions, by the way. I don't hear that from a lot of people
Okay.
in the yoga
So
scene.
first of all, we're going to look at just releasing a little bit of the rear delt. So we're going to do a thread the needle. So you're going to come into this quadruped position. You're going to reach your right arm through as far as you can. Get a nice grip as you come through, and you're going to try and twist
reach up first.
that in the opposite direction. So you're going to try and rotate, facing away
Breathing
from the
out,
hand, press the
reaching
hand into the ground, and I'm just going to hold this position. We can do a little bit of PNF, so we're going to try and
Okay, how does it do it?
try and press my hand into the ground for 5 seconds. So press into the ground.
He's doing it differently. I need to do it this way.
3, 4, 5, and you can relax. You're going to try and twist a little bit straighter. I'm going to do 2 more of these. 1,
Super strange.
3, 4, 5. And we'll do one last one. 2,
This time
3.
I'm doing something wrong. I'm pretty sure.
Just gonna hold for another 10 seconds or so. Just feel the stretch kind of in this rear delt, not on the supporting arm, but on the working arm. That rear delt
Yeah, I
portion.
need to put my ass more to the back, I guess.
So bring that right hand forward. Gonna thread the left hand through and try and twist away from the hand. I'm gonna do that same PNF. So you're gonna press that hand down into the ground. So 1, 2,
Okay, now it feels
3,
better.
4,
Yeah, now I
5.
feel something.
And try and twist away. So another 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try and twist away. And last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
We're just gonna now, I want you to grab your yoga
Strange
blocks.
stretch.
You don't necessarily need yoga blocks for this one, you just need some elevation. We need sort of about 20 centimeters or so just to make this one work. We're gonna do an extended cat-cow. So you may know the cat-cow when we're doing a quadruped position, this kind of extension to flexion. We're gonna do it in a straight arm position.
Interesting.
So
Okay,
you're
take
gonna
your
come back
book
onto your
if you
knees.
have one.
Hands on this elevated surface. Could be a sofa, could be a chair, doesn't matter. We're gonna press our chest down as far as we can, really try to extend the spine.
So it's like advanced stuff.
Get that sternum down towards the ground, feel the stretch. And then we're gonna try and pull the
It's
sternum
definitely
in,
advanced stuff.
round the back, but keep the shoulders open. I'm gonna hold that one for a few seconds.
Okay, let's
Come
go
back down,
up
we're gonna do
here.
5 of these. So, it's kind of a more relaxed position in this extended position. As we pull in, we're gonna bring under tension to a more active position. Should be feeling a nice stretch in the lats. 3 more, so extend. Pull that stuff in. So 2 more. Pull in. So feel like you can press the hands into the ground of the object you're on. Last one. Extend. Pull. Okay, so this is where we start getting a little bit intense, and you're going to need that stick. We're going to do some active work in shoulder flexion. So shoulder flexion
It's already
is
very, very
this
deep.
ability
So
to lift the arms overhead. So we're going to do this with our stick.
good thing
We're
that
doing
you
a
warmed
lying
up, I
position. So we're
guess.
going to lie down on the ground. We're going to try and lift the stick as high as we can with our arms straight overhead. We're going to hold it for 5 seconds, and then we relax for 5, and then we're going to repeat.
I don't have a
for
stick
3.
here.
So
I have a
grab the
tripod.
stick out in front of you. You want to grab the stick around shoulder width. If you find that it's a little bit hard, if you can't lift it off the ground, then you can go a little bit wide with the hand. It's going to be a bit more easier. Great English. Right, let's jump into it. So 5 seconds. You're going to try and lift as hard as you can. So lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Now do 2 more of those. Remember, it's just as high as you can. That's all you're going to think about doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we're gonna stay in this position. Keep holding onto your stick. You're gonna flip the hands around. So we're gonna come kind of almost into a bicep curl position. We're gonna move our hands further out so the hands are wider than the elbows. This is a must. From here, just gonna shuffle those elbows forward. And then we're gonna try and do that same feeling that we had with the cat-cow. So we're gonna try and pull our chest in and try and hollow out our body. So we're gonna try and lift off the ground slightly. If you're struggling to get this, what we can do,
here?
I mean, that might be a strong enough stretch for you, is we can bring those yoga blocks in again. We can place our elbows onto the yoga blocks. Again, grab the bar so the hands are outside the elbows. Same thing, we're gonna pull the chest in, and it should be in like a semi-active stretch on the shoulders. We're just gonna hold this position for 30 seconds. Just actively keep pulling that sternum in. And breathing. Breathing's
Strange
useful.
stuff. I guess I need to have the books here, this lesson. It didn't say anything in the beginning that we needed blocks.
If you want to, you can form a little bit of PNF here, so you can press the elbows down into the object or the floor for 5 seconds, and then you breathe out. And try to relax a little bit more for 5 seconds. Just go back and forth between that over this hold of 30 seconds. We're going to keep holding. All right, perfect. Now,
Wait, how? I think I did it wrong.
We need to shift up into
That's okay.
a kneeling position. So when we've worked a bit of shoulder flexion, we're going to come back to that. So don't move your objects if you have got things in place. We're going to need that in a second. This time we're now going to work the opposite, which is going to be shoulder extension. So
Maybe
we're going to do the same sort of drill. I'm going to grab that bar behind us. I want you to grab the bar at about shoulder width, but again, if you can't get much movement with this drill, go wider. It does make things easier. From here, we're just going to try and lift this bar as high as we can behind us. So ideally, we're looking to get this to about 90 degrees, but we kind of need a minimum working distance of about 30, 40-ish. So if you can't quite lift up that high, just go wide of the hands. We're gonna do the same thing. Gonna lift as high as we can for 5 seconds, hold, rest for a few seconds, and then repeat. Try to, as you lift up, not fold forward
Not
at
this.
the chest. So,
Are you sure?
ready to lift. Again, you can do this seated, you can do this however is comfortable. I'm just doing it on my knees so you guys can see. So, I'm gonna lift, I'm gonna hold 5 seconds, lift that chest, keep that chest nice and high, lift those hands as high as you can, keep holding, 2 and 1. Gonna do 2 more. So lift, 5.
It's easy,
4,
you know, for me not to
3,
talk here.
2,
It really is enjoyable.
1.
Instead of like
Should feel
always
those traps,
talking
triceps.
otherwise, you know.
Rear delts kind of working in this one. So another 5 seconds. 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah, this feels really, really good.
Now put the stick
I
down.
must agree there.
You're gonna want to come onto the floor if you're not already. And we're gonna do some active use in that position. So we're gonna come, hands behind us, feet in front of us. We're gonna do some tabletop lifts. You've probably done these ones before. So we're gonna try and lift our chest up, squeeze the glutes, push the hips up to the sky. Gonna hold for a couple of seconds, and then come down. We're gonna do 5 of these. So really squeeze the glutes, try to lift the chest in this one.
You know, it would be cool
So
to
on
do
3,
tabletop,
do 2 more.
tabletop kind of like balancing with like the leg and the arm.
So last one, we're just gonna hold this one
Ooh, this is
for
hard.
about 10 seconds. If you want to, you can shift the knees forward and open the shoulders even more, if that feels comfortable. If not, just stick to where you were. So keep holding. 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna shake that one off. That's our first set. We're just gonna do another set of exactly the same. So we're gonna go back to the shoulder flexion lifts, back to the butcher's block.
He doesn't
back to
seem
the
that
shoulder
much
extension.
motivated.
That kind of is gonna wrap up our upper body.
Just doing another
portion.
set.
Should feel a little bit like strength work. It shouldn't be
You know,
just
it's
really relaxed.
It's kind of like insane.
Stretching. So I'm gonna give you another 20 seconds here, and then I am gonna jump back into it. So you're gonna need your stick, and you're gonna need your yoga blocks, or whatever it is that you're gonna be using to perform the butcher's.
Instead of like saying, oh, let's go another round. Let's go.
So
you know?
if you manage to
he's
lift
like,
up pretty
oh
high,
God,
last
we
time you
need to
managed to
do
get more than
another
like 5
round.
centimeters off the floor, and you're having a wider grip, try to go a little bit narrower with your grip on this set this time. So come into it.
Ah, he starts here.
5 seconds as hard as you can. So we're gonna lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is 1 done.
Does he have his head on the floor?
Lift again. 5,
Yeah.
4,
Almost.
3, 2, 1. We're looking for the traps, that mid back, to really be doing a lot of the work with this one. Last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Right.
It's more
I'm gonna
about
stay in the same
stretching
position.
instead of thinking about
Get your
lifting,
elevation if
right?
you need your elevation.
More
If not,
length.
all is good. Grab the bar like a bicep curl, hands outside of elbow width. Gonna get those elbows on the blocks. I'm gonna shuffle our way in. We're gonna try and tuck that chest in, push the shoulder blades down until we feel
This
good
is
stretch.
crazy. Can I even go that?
Again, if you want
far
to do
down?
that beforehand, you can do that peer nap. So you can press the elbows down into the ground, hold for 5 seconds, and then you can relax and try and get a bit deeper.
I need to get.
And keep holding. Another 20 seconds here.
Stay like this.
So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right. Got a little bit of rest period. As you swap over to the next drill.
I don't know if I'm
Come back to that
100%
shoulder
doing that
extension.
one right.
Same thing here. If you could lift up above that kind of 30-40 degree mark, narrow those hands in a little bit. Once you start going past shoulder width, there's kind of not much point. You're better off trying to just lift higher. So set yourself up. Gonna grab that bar, palms facing down. Try and pin those shoulder blades back. And lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Should be looking for feel a stretch in the front of your shoulder blades on this one. So we're gonna pause, gonna lift again. So lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Just slipped.
Bring it down. I'm gonna do one last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right, put that stick away for the moment. We're gonna go over to our table pose. So come onto that seated position. Again, hands behind you. This time, to make this more intense, we're gonna just move the feet slightly further away from our hands that we had the first time. So we're gonna lift. Remember, 5 reps, push nice and tall through the shoulder blades, squeeze the glutes, and then come back down. Little pause in that top position, that's 2. 3. So 2 more. 4. And last one. 5. We're gonna hold this on 10 seconds, and you're gonna try and shift those knees forward, shift the shoulders forward, and keep the shoulders open. Feel more stretch in that bicep. Keep holding. 3, 2, and 1. Right, shake it off. I feel like that is a lot of the upper body done. What we can do now is do a little bit of rotation. So there's 2 ways in which we can do this. This is going to help us transition towards the lower body. We're going to get some movement in the hips and the lower back going. So option 1 is we can do this in our seated cross-leg position. Just going to try and reach up towards the sky. Option 2 would be to do the same drill, but we're going to be doing it in the squat position. Reaching up towards the sky. Pick one that's good for you. If both are hard, you can do this one sat in a chair as well. I'm going to do this in a squat position, so I'll shift my way back so you can see. We're just going to do 5 reps each side. Kind of think about as you rotate round, as you extend round, we're going to breathe in. Try to reach the hand up as high as you can. If you can't straighten the hand, just try to bring the elbow back as far as you can. So 5 per side. I'm going to start on the left-hand side. Just going to try and rotate, lift the chest up, reach the hand towards the sky.
I like that.
Breathe out as you come back in. So breathe in. Back down. So that's 3, 2 more. 4, 5. So swap sides, swap to the right hand side. That's 2, 3 more. 4. And then 5. So, moving on to some lower body stuff. I'm going to come into an old favourite on the channel. We're going to do the hip swivels. So we're going to take ourselves in a seated position. We're going to drop first to the right hand side. One leg goes to internal, one goes to external. Try to keep the chest facing forward, swivel back, drop to the other side. We're just going to do 10 of these in total. So take your time, no rush. Try and keep that chest moving forward. Just moving in and out of these ranges of motion. By the way, if you haven't yet,
sitting on a wall?
take time, hit that thumbs up button. I would highly appreciate it. It does help to support the channel out and just show that you're enjoying these videos, because I'd love to do some longer ones, some different ones. You know, possibilities are endless. Let me know what you would like to see. I think we are coming on to, I think that's 6, or that might be 8, 9. We'll do 2 more for good luck. So 1 more to the right hand side.
It's hard, my bell.
And then we're going to do 1 more to the left hand side. Good, right, so we're going to start off with some internal rotation lifts. So we're going to twist that right hand side to start with. We're going to bring ourselves into a 90-90 position. So front leg goes straight out, bent at 90, back leg comes out
now
at 90,
we're starting.
Bent at 90. Keeping the chest facing forward over that front leg. We're going to try and roll our hips. And if you can't sit, first of all, if you can't sit comfortably in this position, get yourself an elevation. Place it underneath that right hip. The higher up you are, the easier this position is to be in. So make sure you're comfortable first and foremost. I'll let you get that one set up. Next, we're going to be doing a drill where we're developing internal rotation on the back leg. So we're going to try and lift up this back leg as high as we can. And hold for 5 seconds. Beware of cramping in the hips. It's gonna happen, but it's good for you, I promise. So we're gonna do that one. Get yourself into the right position, and we're gonna do 3 by 5 seconds. So, right, we're gonna start with lifting up the left hand side first, facing over our right leg. So we're gonna lift, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax.
Yep, I like this.
So just trying to lift this ankle as high as we can. So we're going to another one. Lift, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. 1 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I like to
and we're just
try
going to do that
out.
same thing. We're just going to try and twist a little bit into this back leg. We're going to hold that for 10 seconds. Yeah. Trying to keep the chest forward. Just going to swivel around. And
that doesn't really change that much from
on the other side. So we're going to face over our left foot, same 90-90 position. Chest up, get your elevation that you need to under that leg if you need it. Back leg at 90, chest up. Try and lift that back leg. I'm gonna hold 3 reps of 5 seconds. So lift.
So now you can see by both sides.
4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Oh, I'm getting some cramping. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The best way to get rid of cramping is to try and contract harder. Didn't say it was the most fun way to get rid of it though. Last one. So lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're gonna twist back onto that right hand side. Now we're just gonna hold this for another 10 seconds, then we're gonna move into our next drill, which is pigeon position. So your pigeon position, we're gonna need this bolster now. So we're gonna need some cushions to figure out the right intensity for you. So I'm gonna remove this. We're gonna need basically an elevation on one side, the side that we're gonna be working with the pigeon. To do this, we just get into a nice lunge position. Feet are directly aligned. We're just gonna let that knee drop over. We wanna make sure when we're in pigeon that we're not letting this foot come in. This is cheating, shouldn't be allowed. We wanna make sure that that knee is at 90.
Interesting
like
how he's
90.
teaching it. Let's do it.
So if this is hard for you on the floor, you're just gonna need to elevate your hip, your knee onto a surface to make that easy. You know, the higher it is, the easier it is. Once it gets past about 20 centimeters, then we can just shift to that 90-90 position we started in and perform the same drill I'm gonna go over. So the drill is, we're gonna rotate into that front leg. Actually, you're gonna need to start on the left-hand side, not the right-hand side, because I'm an idiot. So, cushion, pillow, whatever it is, on the left-hand side.
You really should cut things out.
Left leg forward, drop the knee to the right-hand side, and we're into our pigeon. From
He's
here,
not an idiot, you
we're
know.
gonna try and twist so our chest is facing over our front leg. So we're gonna
this is really super deep.
So twist, and I'm gonna try and squeeze this glute on the back leg to push the hip forward. So we're gonna hold 10 seconds, pull, try to pull this hip in, push the other hip forward, get that twisting going. Should intensify the stretch. Gonna hold for 10 seconds, keep squeezing that glute on the back leg, pushing the hip forward. And we're gonna come out of that, move back to that straight position. We're gonna do 3 of those. So we're gonna twist, pull that knee in, squeeze the glute on the back leg, try to twist over that front leg, hold, keep holding. And relax. So we're gonna do 1 more after this.
Oh.
So we're gonna twist.
Yeah, this is deep.
Pull the knee in, twist over the top leg. Keep squeezing that glute on the back leg.
And you know, if you're doing these exercises for the first time, don't push yourself too hard.
Final pigeon position for about 10 seconds. So again, if you struggle with that, you can perform that in the 90-90 position. So we're gonna swap sides now. You can relax out the stretch. So again, if you're not in the pigeon position, we can do the exact same stretch. We're just gonna twist into it in our 90-90 position. Exactly the same way. So swap sides, come to the right-hand side, get your bolster if you need to. I just prefer doing this drill with a little bit of elevation on that knee. I just think it works nicer. So we're gonna drop that knee onto the final position.
Completely blocking.
Again, we're gonna twist into that front leg. So you're gonna try and pull that right leg back, gonna twist into it, squeeze the glute on the back leg, gonna hold for 10 seconds.
Ooh,
so keep holding, keep twisting
steep.
as far as you can round.
Ooh,
Going.
Need to
4,
get out of it
3,
slowly.
2, 1. Come
but
back
feel
to
it.
that straight position. 2 more here. So twist,
Let's go other side.
pull that knee in, pull the hip in, twist over the front leg. And then 2 and 1, and come back to the center. Last one here. So twist. Keep holding. 4, 3, 2.
Now he's suddenly very, very
I'll
fast.
hold this final position just for 10 seconds in normal pigeon. Feels good so far? Hopefully it doesn't feel too bad. Right. So, we're gonna come back, we're gonna shake things off. We're just gonna take about 20 seconds. Get a drink if you need to get a drink. Just move around, shuffle around, get things out of the way. We're gonna do the exact same thing. So we're gonna do left leg first, 90-90, lift off, then go into our second set of pigeon, and then we'll move on.
Ooh, that feels good. Let's not overdo it. Got another round to go, right? Whew. Yeah, I like that. Like that change of the pigeon pose. A lot. I like it a lot.
Right, so there's enough stretching. We're gonna go now. So we're gonna rotate to the right hand side, left leg back, twist into that front leg. Remember, if you need to elevate this hip, make sure that hip is elevated, and we're gonna do 3 of those lifts again. So you're gonna try and lift that left leg 5 seconds, as high as you can. 2, 3, 4.
Suddenly he's fast.
5,
Suddenly.
and relax.
Before it was like,
2
oh
more,
yeah,
please.
let's go. Step by step. Now it's like
1,
he's coming back. Let's go.
2, 3, 4.
I don't really
5,
get this. It's too easy for me.
Relax. Last one. 1, 2,
I need to go
3,
raise it like straight
4,
up. I see.
5.
Makes it a little harder.
Nice. Remember, twist around a little bit into that back leg, get a little bit of a stretch going, and then we're going to swivel around and then move to the other side. So, swivel around to the left-hand side, same 90-90, get yourself set up if you need to get set up. Chest over front leg, 3 reps. You're going to lift, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, it's
Relax.
good. It's a really, really great sequence what he's
Lift
doing here.
again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again,
This side
twist
is
into
completely
that back
feels
leg.
completely different to me than the other side. How's it
We're
for
gonna
you?
Do again, move onto that pigeon pose. We're gonna superset into the pigeon. So get your bolster again, get wherever it is that you need to. We're gonna start with the right side this time. So the right side, I mean the left side, because that's the side we need to start on. I'm gonna twist around so you can see it from a different angle. So into a lunge, left leg forward, right leg back in one line. Rock
Left leg.
the left leg over. On this one, if you can do, we're gonna move that support out a little bit so we can get deeper into this stretch on this second set. And then we're gonna do that twist, 10 seconds. Squeeze that back glute, pull the knee back, hold for 10 seconds. So keep pulling, keep squeezing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then return to the middle. See if you can shuffle down a little bit more. So again, twist again, twist that chest over the front leg, far as you can round, squeeze that back glute. Keep twisting. 4,
Yeah, exactly
3,
these kind of things
2,
is something that I was
1.
looking for.
Back
Kind of
to
like
the
terms of
last
stretches.
one here. So twist, much as you can get that chest round, as far as you can. Do this in the 90-90 if you have to. 4, 3, 2, 1. And just come back to that center position.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna relax, or as much as you can relax, for 10 seconds.
And you know, coupling it together with
Then
the
you're
yoga
gonna swap
knowledge that I
sides.
have
So I'm going to shuffle
will
around.
make it even deeper. Oh.
Same thing for you. Lunge, both feet in the line. Drop that knee to the side. Move the bolster a bit further out than it was last time, so you're a little bit lower. And we do 3 of those twisters. So get ready to twist. Twist that right hand side. Squeeze that glute. 10 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. 2 more on this one. Twist.
He needs to explain the
Twist.
twisting more. I don't completely got
2,
like the twisting.
3,
He's just always saying like twisting.
5. Back to center. Last one.
I mean, what does he
That
mean?
twist
Twisting
going.
with like you're
Squeezing
engaging
that
your
back
belly,
glute.
or with your upper
3,
body, just
2,
trying to push your upper body
1.
over there.
Last one, we're just gonna relax.
And of course, it's the whole thing. It's the whole
Another
package.
10 seconds.
But still, like,
Should feel a nice
Love
stretch in the
to
glutes now. Should
hear
feel the
some
hips
words
are a little
there.
bit more warm, a lot more open. That's what we're after.
engaging your belly, engaging your chest. You know,
Right. So we can
looking
move
a
that
little
bolster
bit
to
over
the
your
side.
shoulders, not too much.
We're now going to
Just
move
your
on
whole
to
back.
some hamstrings.
Kind of like something like this.
Which might sound fun, but I promise you it's not. Okay, so we're going to move into
Yeah.
downward dog position. And from here, we're going to focus on the lower body. Unlike the earlier, we focused on the upper body. We're just going to walk back and forth between sides. As we do that, we're going to try and arch our lower back deeper. So we're going to feel a bit of a calf stretch, a bit of a nerve stretch. Just walk back and forth. We're going to do about 20 of these in total. Trying to get deeper into that stretch. Keep trying to walk your way into this one. So another probably 3 or 4 to go. And then on this last one, we're just going to try and get both feet down to the ground. We're going to try and slightly bend the knees and just try to arch the back, try to get a nice stretch in the calves. Hold for 10 seconds, so another few more seconds.
He has a wonderful position, by the way.
Now we come back into this stretch. Right, so this is where the not so fun begins. We're going to do some pike compressions. So we're going to come into a seated position.
Not so fun, but
It's going to be our hamstring flexibility drill for the day. So we're basically going to be doing this position where we lift up. The most important thing is making this hard. We don't want to be able to lift up too much. We want to be able to lift up just the right amount. We want to find that Goldilocks zone. So you're going to try and shuffle your hips back. Try and feel like you're sitting on your hamstrings. If you can't sit on your hamstrings, it doesn't matter too much. As long as you can lift your feet by about 5 centimeters, you're all good.
Okay, give me
So,
one moment,
the further
please.
forward you move the hands, the harder it's going to be. So if I have my hands back here,
Ja, was ist? Danke. Ist gut. Yeah. So, need to take special care about, you know, my little niece.
you can
She's
lift
not
the feet
on
up
the
here.
video, so
I have my hands this far forward. I can lift my feet, oh, that much. It becomes infinitely harder. So find a level you can lift your feet by about 5 centimeters. Just like the rest of this routine, we're going to do 3 5-second max effort lifts, and then we're going to superset with another drill to develop some hamstring flexibility. So let's go. Get ready to lift. Get ready to feel some ab cramp. It's all good. If you tap out, if you can't do it anymore, just pause it, take a second, and then go back into it. So 5 seconds, as high as you can. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I think I need to go further
Short,
forward.
but it's intense. Try to make sure you're really trying to straighten those legs. Use the quads, point the toes if you want to. And lift again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, one last one. and there's a lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right.
How is it easier?
We're going to come into
Feels like almost to me like
a squat pike.
doing it wrong.
So for this one, we're going to find our maximum level of pike, or near maximum with a slight bend, whatever that is. You can have hands underneath your feet. You can grab hold of your ankles, however you'd like to work it out. We're then going to try and transition from a little bit of a squat, where we can feel that our chest is connecting to our thighs, and then we're going to try and keep this connection as we then extend and go to a straight leg position. As we get a straight leg, we're also going to use our hands to pull ourselves deeper into the stretch. So, starting a little squat, just do 5 of these. So really try to keep that chest on the thighs and come back down. So a few second pause at the top. Fully straighten the legs here. So again, another 3. If it means you're up here and you're holding on to your shins, absolutely fine. Just as long as you're feeling a good stretch in the hamstrings. So 3. 4. And then last one, we're going to hold for 10 seconds. 5. So hold for 10 seconds. Try to pull yourself deeper into that hamstring stretch. Again, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to come down into a bit of an upward dog, just to kind of let things ease off a little bit. And then we're going to go into our second step, which time we're not actually going to do our hamstrings. We're going to work slightly in the medial hamstring, so the inside hamstring, and we're going to do that in a pancake. So for this one, we're doing the leg lifts in our pike position. So we're doing our leg lifts here. We're now going to do our leg lifts in a straddle. So
wait, what did he just do? I just missed something, right?
Go into the wider straddle you can. If you can't sit like this, this one we're probably going to find useful to do with your hips on a bit of an elevation. So grab some yoga blocks again, chuck some stuff underneath your hips. It'll make your life easier. Same thing, further forward place the hands, the harder it becomes to lift up.
Ah, okay.
Right, I think take about 10 seconds, 15 seconds just to breathe.
Yeah,
Same thing
like
though,
this I can't
really try to
lift
squeeze
anymore.
the quads,
This
make sure those feet are straight.
can't
Again,
lift.
point the toes, but the point of the
like
toes
this
is
I
an extra
maybe
bonus
can
point.
lift.
Really try to maximally lift up
This I
heels.
can
Again, we
lift.
want about that 5 centimeter lift. So move the hands as far forward as you need to go to get that 5 centimeters of lift. And then we can move on to the next stretch.
He's on his fingertips.
Get ready. 3 sets, 3 reps even, 5 seconds. Point the toes, squeeze the quads. Gonna lift. 2, 3, 4, 5.
It feels to me that I'm just leaning back, you know?
Intense. So get ready again. You're gonna lift.
Is that
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh,
that's not helping?
I really hate this one. It's my least favorite drill. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Feel a bit crampy on this one. Not necessarily a bad thing. From here, we're going to do what is known as a pancake slide up. So kind of the same concept as before, as we were in our squats pike. We're going to start this in a seated bent leg sort of straddle. You can grab your feet as much as possible. You're going to try and lift the chest up and sit on the hamstrings. So hands inside, legs out. You're then going to let your feet slide. And I want you just to pause as you start to begin to feel a stretch. And then from this position, you're going to try and pull your heels into the ground. So we're going to try and do a leg curl, but it's not going to move anywhere. Make sure you keep hands on your feet as well. If you're super tight, you can grab hands on calves, but hands on feet tends to work pretty well. So you're going to come forward, pull, and slip deeper, pull. You're going to repeat that for reps. So just follow along with me. That's the point of these, right? So get yourself into this position. If this is still hard for you, sit on an elevation. Get a couple of yoga blocks, get a cushion, sit down on that, it'll be perfect. Grab your hands around your feet, chest up. You're gonna slide out so you feel it stretch. We're gonna hold, and we're gonna try and do a hamstring curl. Press the heels into the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try and squeeze the quads, go a little bit deeper. Again, I'm gonna curl the legs in. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slide deeper. Last one, so pull hamstring curl into the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slide deeper, and we're gonna hold this last position. Wherever you are, if you're up here,
Hardy.
and this is your max stretch, perfect. Down here, also fine. I'm gonna hold for 10 seconds, just pulling yourself deeper into that stretch. 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Right. The final drill. So the final stretch, we're going to work on some hip flexor stretching. So you can come forward. I'm going to bring our
That's a great
right
lesson.
leg forward to the right hand side of our
Was a
hands.
little bit slow in the beginning.
It's a low lunge
Hey,
position.
Fox Scholastic, welcome. Thank you for the
Sit
follow.
here for a second. I'm just going to feel out a bit of a hamstring stretch.
What are you doing?
You can come in and out of it, so just bend the leg slightly, come back into it. Nothing super intense. Twisting, just try to push the hips down. This one, I will warn you, this one is definitely, it has a high likelihood of cramping. But it's all good. As I said, cramping is good.
Cramping is
That's a whole nother video explanation by itself. Right, so we're gonna bring that right leg back, and bring left leg forward.
Okay.
By the hand, same thing. Let the right hip drop, twist about, just ease things into it. Okay, so we're going to start off with the left leg, just for good luck. I don't know why that's good luck, but it just is. So we're going to come forward, right leg forward, left leg back. Probably going to need a bit of an object just to sit yourself up into this lunge position. From here, we're going to do a leg curl. So basically going to try and lift that back leg as high as we can, but we also want to make sure that we're trying to push this hip forward. So I'm going to squeeze the glute and then lift the foot. Just like the rest of these drills, we're going to hold for 5 seconds, dry relax, repeat for 3 reps. So we're going to lift, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. If you have any cramp, shake it off. Always though, when you do this one, make sure you're squeezing that glute first, then lifting legs, keeping that hip pushing forward. Let's go again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna do one last one.
Again, every time you're
lift.
doing something like
1,
this, feel free to put something
2,
under your kneecap.
3, 4, 5. Right, that's horrible. Swap sides. So left leg forward, right hand on the object supporting you.
Yeah, that's
Again, push the hips forward.
wonderful.
Squeeze the glute, lift the leg, 3 reps. Squeeze the leg, lift, squeeze the glute, lift the leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, 2 more. Squeeze the glute. 5, 4, 3,
Crampy.
2,
My leg all the
1.
time. My foot.
One last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. After done that, this is where you're going to need your wall. So we're just going to need standard wall position. I'm going to place a yoga block under here because I just need it for getting comfortable reasons. We're going to stay in a lunge position. We're going to get that knee right up close against the wall. I'm gonna bring this leg forward, so we're in a lunge position, and we're gonna come forward again onto our hands. I'm gonna push that hip forward. So we're in a low lunge position. I'm gonna make the stretch more intense. We can come up a little bit.
Quick.
And then from here, we're just gonna do some pin. Actually, I'm gonna grab a yoga block. So again, so I feel a bit more comfortable. So we're in that bend leg position. Nice lunge. We're gonna do 5 seconds where we're gonna kick our foot into the wall. So I'm gonna kick my foot into the wall, hold 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try and sink a little bit deeper. So repeat those 3 times. So kick into the wall. 4, 3, 2, 1. Try and sink a little bit deeper. You can let this front leg drop out a bit, pushing that left hip forward. Last one, kick into the wall. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm just gonna hold this position for 10 seconds. Keep that glute squeeze on this back leg. That's what we're after. So 4, 3, 2.
Yeah, it's hard.
So we come back
Doing.
to the middle, swap sides. Getting to the end now, guys. Pretty much there. So right leg this time. Get that knee right against the wall. Bring that leg forward. If you want to start again into that lower position, absolutely fine. If you want to take up that little extra notch, then you come up. Let the knee drop out. I'm going to do those 3
I'm
kicks.
just going my way.
Kick into the wall. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Again, I'm going to kick into the wall.
Oh.
5,
Yeah, that's
4,
super deep.
3, 2, 1. Relax. Last one.
Whoa, this is way,
5,
way deeper than the other
4,
side.
3, 2, 1. And relax for 10 minutes. 10 minutes? 10 seconds.
This is
3, 2.
way more stuff going on in this side.
Right, so there's round 1. We're gonna do one last set of those 2 exercises.
Broads.
And then we're gonna finish with a couple drills. This is a cool down, and that is the routine done. So let's start off. Let's just get this going. No rest. Right leg forward.
Hey, Mr.
Into our lunge position. We're starting on that left
Hope
hand
you're doing
side.
well. I'm teaching you yoga.
Can we start on the left hand side?
I wish
Pretty
you a
sure this
wonderful
feels
day,
right.
man.
So again, squeeze the glute. Make sure that hip's pushing forward and up, and then we're gonna pull the heel. So lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I think we just
Can do, try to sink a little bit deeper each time. Let's lift again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just one more time. Lift again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm Marcel, and I'm teaching here every day for
Left
yoga
leg
for
forward,
you.
right leg
If you'd like to
back.
join in. This isn't
Another 3
manly
reps.
enough for you. Hey, you
Push
know,
that hip forward, squeeze that
it's
glute.
your view.
And I'm gonna lift.
And
1,
if you're not
2,
agreeing with me, feel free to
3,
get out of here. Have
4,
a good day.
5.
Take care.
Thanks. I'm gonna lift again.
Featuring the delivery.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I think we need to
Last
change.
one. Squeeze the glute, lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright, let's hop onto that wall position. I'm gonna left leg first. Grab your support if you need it. Get that knee nice and wedged in. This one, if you were on your hands last time, try to stand up a little bit more. Try to get a little bit more depth out of the stretch the second time round. So I'm gonna come into that stretch position, and then knee walks out. I'm gonna do those 3 kicks. So I'm gonna kick into the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just relax. Just feel a pretty strong stretch here. Try to keep the chest up as much as you can. If you're lower down, try to bring up as much as you feel the stretch. So kick again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And last one, I'm just going to hold for 10 seconds. Just going to try and ease into this stretch. Three, 2. Right, swap sides. Right foot back. This is the last set. So get yourself into the position you want to be in. And I'm going to do 3 kicks. So remember, kick, squeeze that glute as well. 3, 4, 5. Started on 3 for some reason. 6, 7, 8. Relax. So kick again. 1, 2, 3.
I think I was way too close.
4,
The first one.
5.
Hi, Marcel.
Relax.
You and this instructor have superhuman flexibility. Watching in amazement. Hey, Mika, this is
3,
also for you, you know.
4,
Join in. But you know, take
5.
it your time, you know.
Hold for 10
Welcome in.
seconds.
Good to hear from you, Mika. Long time no see. You know, as we have seen each other very frequently lately. I have something to show you after. So I think
2,
we're almost finished.
1. That's it. You made it through the hard bit. You've done it. Just going to finish up a couple of cool down stretches. So the first one we're just going to do a frog pose. So get yourself into a comfortable-ish kind of diamond position.
Wait, comfortable?
Rock back, rock forwards, let the hips come forward.
This is Tom Merrick from YouTube.
Nothing too stressful. Gonna do 5 of these.
Oh I need to do it on the mat.
So that's 4. So I'm gonna do 1 more. That's 5. And the last one, we're gonna grab this bolster or a cushion, whatever you have available to you. We're gonna lie it horizontally. So we just need a little bump to create some thoracic extension here. We're just gonna lie back. We have this bump right over our thoracic spine, so right over where the shoulder blades are. And from here, hands behind our head, we're just gonna let gravity do its work. You can bring the hands out, you can bring them into this position, whatever feels comfortable. I like to have them behind my head. I'm just gonna sit here and breathe. As I said, let gravity do its thing.
This is a good one, by the way.
Just for about 30 seconds or so. Keep the breathing nice, diaphragmatic, kind of try to expand the rib cage as you breathe in, and just breathe out.
I only have a smaller pillow, I think. Well, it's also working.
No,
like
15
this,
seconds here.
I think.
And that is
What's happening at
basically
your place, Mika?
the routine. As I said at the beginning of this video, this is a little bit of a special one, a little bit of a longer, more intense stretching style, kind of covering all the best bits of a lot of different parts of the routines that are on this channel. So I hope you enjoyed it. Once again,
great.
A massive thank you for 500,000 subscribers. Honestly,
This is great. If you like to check this guy out, that's Tom Merrick from YouTube. And check him out. He's amazing. Oh, by the way, I forgot to change to the other screen. Oh no, now I'm so sad. Should have changed in here. Which one is it even? This one? Yeah, this one. Would it be? This one, is it? So yeah, that was great.